Hi everybody and welcome back to Planning with Penguins. On this particular video we're going to do a monthly plan with me. So this is what my month looked like for April. I didn't really use a kit or anything or any stickers. I just sort of wrote stuff in, but I went ahead and got myself a kit for May. I was kind of excited about doing that. So let's flip to May. This is the divider I used to tell me where my month is. And so what you're seeing right here is kind of all of my sticky notes for like everything I want to make sure that I write down, or ideas for stuff to write down, things like that. And mostly what I do in my monthly view is I plan out all of my podcast recordings, movies that are coming out, important dates for school, and things like that. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off and I'm going to kind of set them up here. They're all sticky notes and I wrote on them the dates where they go. And actually I think I have a better idea because I'm trying to make sure I do everything in order. I'm going to lay them all out in order, like by week up here. And I actually wrote a couple of things on here already because I wasn't sure if I was going to do the kit or not, and I ended up doing one. So these are actually Happy Planner stickers that were made for the mini, they were, well, I don't really know, they might have been made for the mini Happy Planner, I can't remember, but they work in here and so I use them here. And May is busy for school because it's the end of the school year, and so we start getting into finals and all of that kind of stuff. So we end earlier this year than we normally do. Alrighty. Okay, so they're all off and kind of in order. They may be kind of partially on screen, partially not on screen. So I'm using a kit. I did an unboxing of this kit already from Lexie Kylee Designs. And it is a May kit. Succulents was the theme. It looks like this. So let's get started. So the first thing I usually do is the headers. And actually, I don't even know what I'm doing. Sometimes I forget that I have a Happy Planner and that I can do that. Alright, so I usually start with my headers. So we'll take the one that says May. And since this particular planner was sort of themed a little bit, sometimes it has its own little designs and stuff. And those don't necessarily get covered up with the May kit or the monthly kits, but I don't really mind. But alright, there we go. So that covers it up, and it actually covers up where it said May over here. And let's get this one off the sheet. Switch our pages. And I just line them up. I usually line them up with the outside edge, so I'm lining up with the outside edge of Saturday. And then just have the sticker sit right on the top of the line there. And it actually covered up the 2017, so we look like that now. Cool. Alright, and then next thing I like to do is numbers. Now what you'll notice is that they did little squares, so as I put on the date cover-ups, they are probably not going to cover all of the little pink box, but that's okay. So I'm going to speed you guys up as I do this. down to the last date dot. So you'll see like some of them are kind of off center, and that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me that much. The only one that is bugging me though is 18, because I was really off with that one. In Lexie Kylee Designs, there's kind of easy to move her stickers. So there we go. Okay, so got that done. Now I want to cover up the boxes that are not a part of the month, and so we have these right here. This one has sort of a availability to write on it, and I'm actually kind of debating. I think I'm gonna do that one here, and there's a very specific reason why. This is the first day of June, and it's the last day of school, so I kind of want to just write that there. Alright, and so the rest of these I'm just going to kind of like pick and choose like where they go. I might put the cactus, since this is cactus right here, put it right next to that one, and then maybe put the solid blue flower up here at the top. Get a little bit of an angle here. And then I'll get the last one, and that's going to cover this up. Something that some people in the Happy Planner, like people who don't really like Happy Planners, they don't like that Happy Planner sort of decorates your weekends. I don't really mind, but some people do. It doesn't really bother me though. Even when I'm using a monthly kit, and that's kind of why the pink sort of goes with the pink there. So, okay, so all of that is done. Now we'll go ahead and get rid of this sheet. I'm gonna put these down. So we have some labels like don't forget important bills, work, school, cleaning next month. So I'm actually going to use the school one, and I'm gonna put it right here touching the header. It kind of covers up the word notes. And then I'm gonna put one of the boxes down, because there is gonna be some stuff I need to make sure gets done for school during this month specifically. And then let's see, maybe I'll use important for, I'm sure there's important stuff that I need to remember to do. Or maybe this will be where I put some goals and stuff. And then just line that up. So I'm using the line from the edge of the header as sort of my go-to. Let's see. I'm going to do some cleaning goals for this month. And then the next thing I'm going to do is the last one I'm going to do next month, because with school being out and everything, I want to look ahead to all of the exciting stuff coming when I don't have to work my school job. Alright, and so that is going to finish up this sheet. Here we go. Lined it up. Okay, so now on here we have some strips, like glitter strips and succulent strips, and I know I could actually use one right here because I have 3 days of standardized testing happening, but it's sort of split on the week, and I don't have my X-Acto knife at the moment, so I'm gonna have to, I'll probably use it and just use it across there. And then also finals are split too. So we start finals here, it kind of goes like all right here. So I'm gonna use these, but just not at the current second. Alright, so we'll kind of do some holidays since we have the holiday stickers. So Mother's Day is first, and what I like about this planner is that the holidays are already marked and it says Mother's Day, but I'm just going to stick this right at the bottom so it's like a double Mother's Day. And then Cinco de Mayo is right there. So we're gonna do double Cinco de Mayo. And then Memorial Day is right here. I actually have off from school that day too, so that's kind of cool. So Memorial Day. And then the other two that are on here are Teacher Appreciation Day and Ramadan Begins. And you would think I would know what day Teacher Appreciation Day is, but I don't know. Maybe someone can find out for me when Teacher Appreciation Day is. I don't know exactly when it is. I know I have a couple of birthdays. I actually have 2 people I know whose birthday is on the 1st of May. And then I think, let me get my mini happy planner. So I was working in this a little bit. Yeah. My friend's birthday is on the 15th. Alright, so birthdays. Let's see, anniversaries. I don't have any anniversaries. Not yet. Not during that time. Alright, so for right now, that's where I'm going to leave it at the moment. And we're going to start working through some of these things that I have going on. So the first sticky notes.
So I decided to speed you guys up through all of the sticky note stuff. Basically what I'm doing is going day by day and putting down everything that I had written on my sticky notes. So it's sort of a combination of podcasts, potential podcasts, some movies. Right here, we're doing a podcast, and I think earlier I had said that these were Happy Planner stickers. They're Happy Planner sticky notes. So right now I'm getting to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which I am really excited for. It's coming out, and the nice thing about the box that I just used is that it sort of covered up that Cinco de Mayo that was pre-printed in the planner. And I'm using Sharpie fine point markers right now. And then I actually went to a kit I just got from Sweet Cheeky Designs and used a little popcorn bucket off of a sampler just to add some movie pizzazz. And then what I'm doing right now is trying to determine what I'm exactly going to do. A couple of my podcasts, we don't have the dates set in stone yet, and so rather than put a sticker down, I'm just going to leave the post-it note, sticky note in the planner. And I'm continuing to sort of add those same things. You can see it's kind of the same podcast that is currently like in flux, and it's actually a podcast about 13 Reasons Why, the show on Netflix. So I will actually leave some links for my podcast in the description box on this particular Plan With Me. And so now I'm actually putting a label down for the Baywatch movie, which is so ridiculous that I'm even putting it in my planner, but it's like a guilty pleasure thing. I want to go see. I want to go see The Rock. And then I used another little sunglass sticker from that Sweet Cheeky Designs sampler. And then this is for Pirates of the Caribbean number 5. I am obsessed with the Pirates movies, and I totally wish I had a Pirates sticker to put on that, but I actually don't. And so now I'm going through the sticky notes for school. I am a teacher and doing the ones for finals. And what I decided to do, rather than use labels because I didn't really have enough, was to use the deco stickers as sort of like a place to write next to them what finals are going on that day. So little butterflies, things like that. It's kind of a cute way to do it. Little page flags, stuff like that. And we also have some holidays coming up with school, where I actually don't have school, but I have professional development and some other things. So that's what I'm doing right now. And now I'm marking the last day of school, trying to be a fancy handwriter with sort of my mixed print cursive that I have going on.
Okay, so now we need some
And then finishing up final exams. So it's not super exciting. I mean, being a teacher is great, but it gets you real hectic real quick right towards the end of the month. And it's like all in one day. You really don't have a whole lot of time to grade. Not sure that you guys really care. But in case you were wondering, it's a tedious process. Alrighty, and the last thing I'm doing here, I think, it's one of the last final days and also one of my last podcasts for the month. And this long pink sticky note, there's one I'm putting down for a podcast where we don't really know when we're recording, but we know it's during that week. And then I remembered I forgot to write my birthday girls on the birthday labels. And this last thing, I'm going to use some deco to take care of that little pink sticky note off to the left side there. We have to do finals for our seniors early, and so I'm just trying to make sure that I remember which seniors need to be taking finals on which days while I'm teaching the rest of my kids. I actually teach multi-level, so I have 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders all in the same class, and so this is always tricky to do. So I'm using a cactus and like a little leaf and to kind of block off those days, and I'm just sort of writing them on there. No rhyme or reason how, but trying to do this sort of quickly, and apologize for my head getting in the way. I tend to put my head really close to paper when I write, what I've noticed, and so my head's all up in the camera space right now, so sorry about that. And I think I said it earlier, but I'm using a Sharpie fine point marker to write on these because of the texture of the paper. My Inkjoy gels wouldn't really work super great. So I think we're just about at the end of all of that.
Purple succulent guy. So I'm just gonna put this over here on my weekend, and I have a butterfly that I will maybe, I think it wants to go there. And then I have a few other things. I haven't done bill dues. I haven't done any of these kind of like label things, trash days. So I'm going to figure all that out. But as far as things go for now, this is what it looks like. It's really, really pretty. And I really like it. And I like that the pink that was already there kind of goes with the pink that is in this particular kit. So there you have it. This is how I do my plans for my month when I use a kit. And this just reminds me how much I actually like it. Alright guys, I will see you guys later.